Hello everybody, this is Bobby Mills with theindependent.com with another version of In the Hoops. Today we're at Hastings High with one of the best in the business, Mr. Drew Danielson. Hey, always good to see you.
Yeah.
Great wins last week last weekend. We'll talk about that in a second, but I want to know who's helping you out this year.
Yeah, so
it's like a stellar crew.
We've got a lot of guys back, which is good to continue the continuity. Coach Dillo, Coach Flynn, Coach Sinek, Coach Hollister are all back, and then we've added Tanner Herman, who's still going to school at Hastings College, Wood River kid.
Well, I wondered, I didn't think he was out yet.
Yeah. So he's doing some reserve coaching for us and helping us with some scouting and stuff. And then Coach Gabe Haynes, which you know a little bit from Donovan Trumbull, and does a lot of good things with the FCA too. So he's been a great addition.
I love that.
Yeah, we've got a good staff. Makes my job easier.
It always does. That cohesiveness. So read each other's minds. What about those two games last weekend? And that buzzer beater and everything, but you avenged an earlier loss to Lexington, right?
Yeah.
And that's not a bad basketball team.
No.
But the one AC, I can imagine what the crowd was like on that one. Holy moly.
It was a good environment for us to play in, and we knew they were going to come out and hit shots. That's kind of their MO at home.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd get down 17-5.
I didn't realize that.
It was
my goodness.
17-5, I believe, in the second quarter, and then we actually did a good job cutting it to 7 at half. And then we've got a second half team, we got a fourth quarter team. We knew if we could get it to the fourth quarter, we had a good chance to win. So it was fun.
Well, when I saw you guys play, I had your game at Sydney thing in the Heartland Holiday, it just looked like a tight unit.
Yeah.
It looked like they read each other's minds, and I like the way you look, man. We're going to talk about, if you don't mind, talk about some of your players, but it looked like a cohesive unit for that early. Did all these kids play extensively a year ago?
For the most part, yeah. Everybody in our rotation.
Except the transfer,
Yeah, everybody in our rotation for the most part, had played a lot of minutes last year. Boy. A lot of us, I think we had, 7-8 kids start a game last year, which is huge. And so to have that coming back has been nice, but our summer development was really focusing on what you just said, bringing those guys together. We got sophomores, we got juniors, we got seniors, and to get them to play together has been a bit of a challenge, but it fell together very nicely last week, and looking forward, it's been fun to see those guys grow together.
Well, you could have, if they looked like they were really together in that Sydney game. Yeah. And I thought, boy, this is a bunch of old pros, because they look like they were playing since grade school, which probably is not the case. But.
Well, and I think too, this is the third year you've been here, and we've talked about Hastings High basketball, which is great, first off, but we're like 3-4 questions in, and we're not talking about culture.
No.
Which is the positive, because we haven't really talked about it with our kids, because we haven't. Our kids do the right thing.
Boy, they do.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch.
And the last 2 summers, it seems to me, have been very productive for you guys. So
no doubt.
So let's talk about Braden Power. Boy, what a player he is. I looked good that day I had him.
Yeah. As coaches, we kind of joke around where he's played since he was a freshman. Yeah. And we just expect sometimes way too much of him. Kids that have started for 2 years and whatever. But he is only a junior, and he does just a tremendous job for us on the boards. And him and Caden Block have really done some nice things inside for us, doing some high-low actions and really just controlling the paint.
I didn't mean to laugh. Caden Block shots.
He does.
I said, what a perfect name for that.
Yeah.
And what about Aaron?
Yeah.
Is Aaron fitting in great?
He does a great job, and he's been here for 4 years at Hastings High, but he, when he was a sophomore, when I came in my first year to where he's at now as a senior, I have not coached a kid like that in my short coaching career. That's really 2 different kids. He was, as a sophomore, he was a little immature, and he would probably tell you that too. but him, really making the dedication to basketball. He's got a scholarship to play at Dome next year.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah,
man.
so he's done everything we've asked him to do, and couldn't be more proud of that kid.
What about Parker?
Yeah, and then our young youth and talent with Parker and Eli Schneider, Tucker Sinnott, Cooper Cole, kind of that sophomore class.
Boy, those kids are sophomores. Oh, I thought they were juniors.
They're going to be special.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how many do you usually get as a team? 10 or 12 block shots a game? It seems like it. I don't know how many, but
I think the 4 or 5 of them might be fouls, but we'll take the blocks. We pose some problems with their length.
Yeah, and that's really good. So, and we've just talked about it before we came on. There's no breaks in Class B, and it doesn't get any easier as you're going forward. We're taping this on a Tuesday tonight. You're at Aurora. By the time this hits, we'll know the results of that. Another Hastings victory. So.
Yeah, you bet. Honestly, Bobby, that's probably the biggest adjustment I've had to make as a coach coming from Cozad.
Yeah,
just the night in, night out, the grind. You just said at Aurora tonight. McCook comes to town on Friday. They're rolling like they always
Joey,
do.
finally, yeah.
You turn it to next week. Elkhorn North. Their record's not very good, but they are battle tested.
They are.
Columbus, Class A school. Scotts Bluff after that. Grand Island Northwest. It's a grind, and so part of my kind of maturation process in year 3 is I've kind of let that grind affect our program the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And you just have to, getting on that emotional roller coaster. You're high when you win, you're low when you lose. You can't have that. You just need to be steady Eddie.
Yep.
Aurora tonight, really good opponent. Go compete. Kevin Asher does a great job with those guys, and go compete.
Yep. What about Platteview? I mean, there's another one that's going to come, and you've got a kid who's flirting with some records there.
Yeah, we still got Platt. We still have Waverly to come in February. They're playing well again. Elkhorn's typical Elkhorn with their size coming in February. We got North Platte coming up. End of the year, York.
Yep.
York's playing really well.
Yes, they are.
This year, so.
We'll find out tonight. I've got them at GICC.
Yeah.
So, what about the Class B district? Have they changed that this year?
Yeah. So with Aurora moving down to C1, we're going east. So we have 3 teams. So it's us, York, and Seward, are the 3-team sub-district.
That's no picnic either, man.
Yeah. So, and then after that, obviously, you've got your district finals.
Cool. So health-wise, is everybody good?
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
That's one good thing. What do the lower teams look like? They doing well too?
Yeah, we've had, I would say our numbers are probably a little bit low than they have been the last 2 years. But with so many young, talented kids, it's been kind of fun to see them grow. And with our coaching staff too, they're doing a great job of getting our freshmen going and our reserve teams going. So it's been fun.
Good. Getting good crowds?
Getting good crowds.
Good.
Yep.
Anything special coming up at a home game that anybody needs to know about? A orange out or black out or anything like that?
Yeah, hopefully we didn't waste it all versus Adams Central. Storming the floor and what we did.
I saw that film. It looked great, man.
Coming up, and we've done this for a couple of years now, we're going to take our youth kids on the road with us.
That's right.
We play Scotts Bluff in North Platte at the end of January.
Yeah.
And so we're going to take a couple buses of little kids out there for that game. That's always fun to get those guys riled up.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah,
I think it's just great.
Yeah, get them a part of our program, and so.
That's exactly what they feel like.
That's
they can
exactly
watch
how
their
I
U.S.
feel.
play basketball.
Yeah, you bet.
Well, I want you to keep up the good work. I don't have to tell you that. So we'll be come out and support the Tigers. I don't think I have to say that either. So good luck down the road, man. Hope to see you in Lincoln.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Drew. Drew Danielson, Josh Salmon behind the camera, Alias Fish. For the next time on In the Hoops, this is Bobby Mills from theindependent.com. See ya.